Hello, everybody. Welcome to Rosa Psych Investigator. Hello, everybody. Welcome, Rosa Psych Investigator. Hello, everybody. Welcome, Rosa Psych Investigator. Guys, you know what's so funny? I was observing the comments. Some of you left, okay, just now on the chat just before, as because it takes a little. Sometimes you click on go live, and it takes just a little bit for the thing to go through. And I saw that some of you are tired. I suddenly right now I felt like, oh, I'm tired finally. I did wake up, didn't sleep that much, but it was like, wow, this whole thing was like, kind of like a preparation, right, for today. But at the same time, guys, I didn't really. I got excited yesterday, but before I wasn't thinking about it too much. So it's just like I think what it is the level of even though I have ADD and I take meds, but it was like the level of attention and all of this demands is a lot. And then it's like it's over and you're like oh my god, it's kind of intense. Then you realize like wow, the focus, right? Wow, the focus, crazy, crazy. So yeah, oh my god, it's just like exhausting. And I think, guys, and I was angry. It's so funny today, guys. It's so funny. I called somebody. I never called representatives. Okay, so I called this guy from North Dakota. I was yelled. I left a message. Left a message for him. What is wrong with you? There is a foreign country interfering with their election, and then you're gonna say go on that national television and say there's nothing wrong. What is wrong with you? I'm paying your salary. I'm in New York. Where do you think your money comes from? Like, like guys, I was so angry. I was yelling because I made a mistake because I noticed something. So what I do is I'm working on the computer. So I have I one day I thought about my hundreds of apps or whatever. So I separate like the left side. I put the whatever television different things. So I don't just listen to what's going on. So I made the mistake of having the TV on while the Chuck Todd comes on. Chuck Todd is a disaster. Every day is disasterville. So there he invited this gentleman to like bullshit. Oh, no, no, nothing happened. Are you? It's like, wake up. We know what's going on. Wake up. Wake up. Okay? Stop the fucking bullshit. And guys, I didn't say it totally like this, but until I got, exploded, whatever. But you know what it is? And this is one positive thing I really did believe that this happened today, okay, is that Mueller was able to put the focus on the Russia meddling. Because guys, think about it. Russia, I believe that Trump is he's a tool, right? I think as much as awful as he is a tool. So we have to what is the core, what put Trump there was Russia, right? The Republicans in Russia. But the fact that they're like now, what I was able to even say, this is not about Trump. Forget about Trump. There's a foreign adversary. Deal with that. I thought this is actually great because it allows us to remove the focus from Trump and just be like, what are you doing about the Russian? It's now possible to call someone and to say, look, I understand this is a nonpartisan issue. You need to do something about the Russia stuff. Okay, so it's kind of, I was like, wow, I finally was able to not make it about Trump. It has nothing to do with Trump. The reality, it does have a lot to do with Trump, but in some ways, I can finally have a conversation with these people to say that there is like, I can yell at them without making it to be about, you know what I mean? So, it's just like I just thought that there was a positive thing today. That like the Trump is always, what he is a distraction. I mean, he's causing great harm, but ultimately he's a distraction. So it's not even, guys, okay, this isn't going to be dramatic. It's the country. Okay, let's get real. Do you think that if the Russians come in, it's not going to be the same? It's going to destroy everything. It's not even about democracy. It's about the country. It's about the country. Like, do you think what they all do? It's not even about democracy, guys. With or without democracy, they're going to destroy everything. Like, do they think, oh, they are friends? Like, wake up, wake up. Think about it. Like, really. So it's just like that's a great, to me. It feels like Oh my God. Yeah, but guys, one thing I wanted to say too, that like Trump, this is the other thing that okay, so this tell you several things that happened throughout the day, kind of like on the computer. So first I was watching on the thanks to Deanna put the link for the House committee or something. There was a stream on YouTube. I was watching. So I started spamming the channel. I would like type like crazy, like Trump is a traitor, Trump is grifter, Trump, like every 10 seconds I would write like this. And I realized this is what you have to do, kind of like what he does. He does not care what's happening. The thing about Trump, it doesn't care whatever happens in our reality is irrelevant to him. And we kind of have to do it too. I was like, Trump is a traitor. Trump likes Epstein. Trump is a pedophile. Trump is a rapist. Trump is leaving. Trump resigns. Trump resigning. Trump is, oh, thank God, Trump resigned. Trump resigned. Trump. So it's kind of like that's what he does, really. And that's what trolls do, like the farm people do. They were like, "Oh, girl, you're crazy." Then I was kicked out. YouTube was like, "You posted too many comments." Really? No. Oh, huh. Interesting. Really? No, no. So so basically, guys, you know what it is. This is what we have to do, and I think this is a lesson. I really believe that. And the guys, I always talk about these different class, the things I want to do that I'm doing, whatever. But one of the things that we wanted to have, we want to, what there's one thing we need to learn from Trump is this. Okay, it's not, we have to create the reality that we believe in. And I was like, oh, Trump is leaving, Trump is resigning, the country is renewed. We have to ignore, because you know what it is. The moment, I've said this before, the moment you even address Trump, you forget it. It's like it's over, because you're giving him room. Okay, so okay, I was gonna tell you. Oh my God, I'm just gonna tell you about it quickly, because I know it's, when I a long time ago, when right after the election, I was starting to learn the programming. I'm still studying, whatever. But so when you're on a website, right, when the comment section, it's called an input box. So if you design a bot, let's say you make a program that is a bot, in other words, it goes to our own websites automatically and posts things. It looks for the input box. And what does it do with the input box? It writes whatever. What people don't understand is that trolls use the comment section, right? The open is what our input boxes are, open doors to insert information. So people don't understand that the trolls, they're not responding to anybody. They're using the comment sections as input boxes, right? As boxes for the content they want people to talk about. And in some ways we have to do that. Not that we're going to troll everything, but we have to know exactly the world that we want to create, and we're going to create it. Because like, you know what I'm saying? So I just feel like we have to affirm he's leaving, democracy's here, we win. Like, even if we quote unquote don't win, whatever, what doesn't matter. In some ways, it doesn't matter what the outcome is. It matters our knowledge of our intentions. Okay. It's like the knowledge of the intention and the talking points and the things we believe in. So it's kind of like, oh, he said, fuck that, forget about what he said. There was a woman, okay guys, there was so much. I think she means well. Okay, she posted one of the YouTube videos. She's like, I'm feeling anxious, what if it doesn't go away? I was like, you know what, your anxiety is your problem. You need to stop whining and do something. There's so much you could do. You could, starting with the prayer, imagining, calling representatives, doing community work. There's so much that you can do. Are you gonna sit? We don't have the luxury of sitting down and whining. We don't. We really don't have to. So you're gonna sit your ass down. You're gonna do something. You know what I mean? Like, there's so much that you can do, even in the smallest way, which is, you close your eyes and you pray. But if you say, "Oh, look, he's gonna do that," then you're part of the problem. You know. So it's kind of like, right? So that's what I want to have a conversation. Not today, I do have to build this a little bit of a class or whatever you call it, to talk about the situation, because we have to, in some ways, we have to forget about, television, even MSNBC, like, oh, look at Mueller, he's a terrible, what a disaster. What are you talking about? Like, even, you know what I mean? Because this is not ideal. Mueller is not ideal. Clearly, he's not ideal. He's not perfect. Obviously, today we saw, right? So we have to still know exactly where we're going. We need to know, even if it takes 20 years, because guys, think about it. The people they admire, Dr. King, he was like, oh, I'm so anxious today. I'm so anxious. Oh, like, like some people don't have a choice. Like children at the bar, we don't have a choice. And guys, the reality is that you guys know this, right? That the thing about the stuff at the border, only Trump leaving is going to change. Nothing that that's what it feels like, right? We can keep protesting, we can bring attention to it, but they have to close these camps, and they only going to close if Trump is out. you know so sorry, I was like, so this is this moment of like awakening to our power in many ways. Like we have to kind of, some ways forget about whatever Trump is doing, what he said, what he did, where he went, because in some ways he's just a tool. But the core situation is the Russians, right? Like whatever it is that they're somebody's controlling him, and it's not us. It's not even American, okay, right? So you know what I mean. So that's what I think. I think it's just a certain certainty of the things that we believe in and that we're going for, and then we do something. So the sorry, I ran to the day. But I think I'm with you guys, and I'll have water here. I'm a little bit tired. It was kind of long day today. Okay. So before I get started, the other thing I wanted to say is that I was supposed to go to a hearing tomorrow, but the hearing was adjourned. In other words, it was postponed because it's the case of the Geoffrey Maxwell, okay, the Epstein information, but the woman Ghislaine, she appealed. So they're waiting for the second court of appeals to come with a decision. Yeah. So I'm not going. So in a way, it's good because it's nice to kind of be like so intense. So in other sense, you know. So anyway, so this is as I was gonna say. So that's just another update here. So guys, I did because the reality, think about it, guys, we don't have the luxury. The truth is we do not have the luxury to like give up or be sad or whatever, right? I don't think anybody's particularly sad, but because if we don't do something, then there's gonna be children dying. There, what I mean? Think about it. Like if we don't do anything, we're all gonna be like removed of voting rights, or whatever. They're crazy, okay? So there's it's not even an option, okay? So so you know what I'm saying? Okay. So that's why we kind of have to forget what he thinks and feel like, oh my God, look, he's celebrating. Like, of course, and that is something that one thing that we should learn from him. He doesn't care what the reality is. It's just like, oh, I'm gonna do this. Because guys, I used to think about that a lot with the Koch brothers. They're really awful people, awful people. But but then it's like they are just crazy, and they think that their horrible ideas should be the reality, even if they damage the majority population. They believe it, and that's what we have to do. It's not that we want to damage them, no, but we have to believe that just like David Koch or Charles Koch or whoever, our belief system is the right belief system. And it because we will the good. The difference between us and him is that we will the good, right? So, and he doesn't will the good. He wills, right? In other words, it's propaganda. But we have the right intentions, and we just have to assert and affirm the things that we want and the thing, right? So exactly, guys, because I never forget, guys, about Dr. King. He said, if our votes didn't matter so much, for especially African American people, they would not, they would not try to take it away from us, right? You know what I mean? That's the bottom line. Like if we were so irrelevant, right? Then they would not, right? So that's what I think. That's what I think. So wow. So it's like, guys, in some ways I'm kind of like I'm a little tired, like I think we all are, but I'm focused. I'm kind of, you know, and I was yeah, so interesting for my house. No, interesting. Oh, I have to pick up car that fell 1 sec. So anyway, guys, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of interesting here. Okay. Okay. So anyway, so like so that's what I think here. That's what I'm thinking. You know, that's what I think. And so that's that, guys. I saw anyway. So as you saw, I made a list of questions. There's all. It's more like I think of it more like as conversation points, because I don't think today was a weird day. I think it was not. It was not a. I don't know what to say about today. I feel like this is about the first feeling I think about it. Okay, the first feeling I think is that finally, you know what I think? Trump, it will never be able to remove the Russia investigation thing. it was clear today. Today, it just showed that the investigations are going to go on and on and on, and they won't be stopped. That's clear from today. You know what I mean? So that's part one. Okay, that's what I learned today. This is clear that the investigations are all truthful. Okay, so that that's the bottom line. Okay, and that is that. It kind of, to me, if anything, okay, it it just showed that we're not in. Even if we could, guys, this is the thing. Even if the and this is what I think is so hard for so many of us, including me, who yells on the phone at, like, leaving messages or whatever, is that this is so wrong, everything is going on, and we're not going to be able to. This is what's frustrating. We can't solve it right away. We can't just remove it, but it's going to continue. And the reality, guys, and that's the other thing too, Jan is saying here, is that there's all these investigations going on. Okay, still. Okay, and it's not going to be easy for them if they think this whole thing, it's a battle. Okay, and we have to fight. That's it. You know what I mean? Like, fight, not the, like, but really, we're not going to give up. Okay, so Trump is insane, and he knows it. He knows what's coming. Okay, and I think, when I thought about, I was yelling at the guy's phone today. I was like, you know what? This has to be about the foreign country. You got to do something. You are a representative. You work for us. Shut your mouth and get to work. You know? Seriously, like, it's great because you know what it is? We don't have to. What's wonderful about today is that we no longer have to personalize it with Trump. With or without, forget about impeachment. Now go, because then, like, we have to. I don't think Mitch McConnell's going to move, because he's a traitor. But it's like we kind of disarm them by saying that, you know what, it's not about Trump. It's not about Trump. It is about protecting this country. And where are you when these people, guys? These are the people they spend July 4th in Russia, right? So it's serious. Like, come on, these people are sick. They're sick. They're very sick. So what I'm saying? That's it. They're sick people. They're very sick. And, like, we have to assert our reality, how we want it to happen. It's gonna. Yeah, I'm, some ways, guys, I'm tired, but I'm quietly confident. Okay, I'm quietly confident because right now they can't bury this thing. Okay, and Bar is. I haven't seen Bar today. Was it? Did he, guys? Did he really have diarrhea? I did not see him. Interesting, no? I don't know. Nobody saw. Did you see him? I don't know. Was he around? No, I'm serious. I didn't. I was like, oh, Bar, have you seen him? I don't know what happened. I thought, oh, maybe he really did. He really did have problems with intestine, huh? Huh? So, so, oh, yeah, yeah. So, so because I feel, guys, it's like, how you gonna and oh, this is the other thing I wanted to say about Mueller before we start. That I did think that it was great. Mueller's demeanor, even though he clearly, yeah, exactly. Sally saying we don't give enough credit to all the indictments, conviction, investigations that have. That's true, but also, guys, one thing that I thought was excellent about Mueller, that is difficult, okay, is that because he was so almost emotionless, okay, and kind of like it feel like he didn't care or something, whatever was going on. I feel like for the people that wanted to provoke him, they lost. Because if you have been like this, there's something wrong with this country, like whatever, right? I just feel like, what I feel like? I feel like this was positive for us because the fact that he was not, he did not sound like a Democrat. He was clearly not. In some of the instances, he even refuted some of the Democrats. Okay, so clearly, if you're kind of a person who doesn't watch it so much, you're not gonna think that he is like some, And even when they brought up Peter Strzok, which is one of the guys, he's very good investigator. Okay, he's very good investigator. No, seriously, he investigated all the like the Russian. Remember the secret Russians that were here and in Canada? Do you remember the story? He investigated that. So even when they were like mocking his colleague, he didn't move. It's like he didn't bother him. So I thought that was great because even though to us we would have wanted more, we would have wanted like more, you know what I mean? We would be like, oh, you guys are awful. I didn't know you were a spy, Nuna. Imagine like, Nunes, I know what you're about. I know what you're about. Good night, Dan. All right. So, so I just was like, you know what? I was like, whatever, I was like, whatever. Like, I don't, so I was like, kind of actually, in the end, I did think that his demeanor was better than other people who, than what we would have expected, right? So so this was good, okay? But I think it's like people, the expectation, and Mueller said this. I'm not saying, super defending him because I didn't love the thing, but he said, that's not the problem here is that those people don't want to do their job, okay? That the thing is Senate, okay? The Senate, guys. This is why, Nancy's right. It's not gonna pass, but we have to put pressure on these people. We have to make it uncomfortable for them. And guys, to be honest, when I was walking here, I sometimes I'm like, do I have illness? Because I really dream of punching people. I was like the other day, I was like, if I ever saw, can I tell you? I walked by this building that is owned by Jared Kushner's family. His brother has an office like nearby. And I was like, I dream of like buying red paint and kind of like tilt, putting on the floor, like, putting in this like all this paint, like just dripping paint, like big jar of paint. And, but I can't, I don't want to be like arrested. It'd be complicated. I don't want to be. I don't want to be arrested. Or whatever, you know what I mean? So, so I just was like, sometimes I think about it. Since I really, but you know what I really think of punching Jared? I was like, oh my god. I really think of like I'm punching him so hard. If I see him or his brother, I'm just gonna go crazy and punch them so hard. Okay, so so you know what I mean. So it's like it's not very productive. You know what I'm saying? Like, because no, really, it's not productive. And I was like, I just was like, it's not, to me, the worst thing to me is to know that these people are walking. They're just walking on the street. People walking down the street. Can you imagine? They're just walking down the street like nothing's happening. They probably even have security. Can you imagine? So, so so this is it, okay? So that was that, guys. Now you know what I thought. Okay, so then let's look at, so funny, guys. Part of it is the conversation, right? Other than the reading, so we'll have conversations. And today I scheduled more time, even though So I don't want to leave at the very end, but we don't have to worry about the time. So anyway, as I was saying, okay, I just feel like this whole ultimately the whole thing with the pivot to the Russia being the problem, not necessarily Trump. Trump is the right. He is the symptom. Okay, I just feel like I just really feel like we're changing the direction of things, because it's like, oh, it's not about like, I hate this, I hate that, no, no, whatever, right? So courts, constitution, Congress, exactly. So I just was like, I was pleased with everything, guys. Okay, can we talk about Adam Schiff? Adam Schiff was the genius, was the hero today, guys. How he interrogated Mueller, I was like, wow. Does it constitute? Does it not? Does it constitute? Does it not? Does it constitute? Does it not? Does it constitute national? Does it not? And he was like, he's really caught Mueller because Mueller's like, oh, I don't. Mueller was basically his attitude is like, I don't want to get into trouble. That was what he was saying essentially, And he's like, no, you're not. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, oh, he was like, it was so good. So, sales, it was so good, guys. It was very good. So I thought, I was like, yes, this is perfect. Because, guys, right now, that's what it is. The story can't be buried. And that's, what I give huge credit to you guys is right. Like Nancy and Adam and Nadler's, their press conference was good because it gives the sense that we're not going away. And this is the thing that the Republicans don't want investigations. They don't want to talk about this. They don't want the conversation. They just want the bullshit, right? Wow. So, guys, okay, let's get started, okay? Let's get started. I almost said, okay, let's just hear okay, let me just see where do we start, okay? All right. So I think, guys, I'm gonna do, okay, so I'm gonna start here with what should we take from today's events And what was the effect of Mueller's testimony? And then, it's funny. I was asking you guys, what is ISF? And it's indivisible. So I'm like, oh, indivisible. San Francisco. Oh, interesting. So I'm gonna write ISP from going forward. So ISP. So she's. I wonder how those who have not followed this story as much as we have, how do they see this? Okay. So this is it. And then Mueller's demeanor, which I think was interesting. Earlier on the day, was he evasive on purpose? Is he sick? Because he seemed sick, guys. He was kind of sick. Or, was he sick? And why didn't he fight harder to defend his position several times earlier in the day, especially? Because this was kind of interesting. I understand, the excuse, oh, he's a prosecutor, he's this, he's that, but I just, I don't know. I just was like, I'm just curious, okay? So then what should we take from it? How should we see it? Okay, and this is a quintessential Nana said she made a few comments that we should project light, and I'm just asking here, what should we do, we as members of this group do collectively, not just even as a group, but as each person, what could we do, to keep going, whatever. And then Russian interference. How does Russia see today's development? Will today's testimony change the perception of Russia's interference in our election? Is this the moment when the story changes, right? When it's like, forget about this, right? Because Trump, guys, he doesn't want to investigate. And what I really loved about the afternoon, that they really talked a lot about how Trump and his family, everybody's like, so yes, there was a lot of context. Yes, they made it. Trump, especially Shafiq, Trump's many times he said that he welcomes interference. He likes, he was in touch with WikiLeaks. He was all these different things. They showed what was wrong about everything that he did. Okay, so that to me was perfect. And to Mueller's credit, he did tell us about, he did tell us that there's all these, and somebody on MSNBC was saying, and he didn't have, he basically told us that there's stuff going on right now that was not killed. Okay. And then ISF also had an interesting question, and I don't remember this question. Oh my God, this thing's falling. Why wasn't Don Jr. interviewed? Okay. I don't remember. Honestly, I don't remember. I don't know that I ever asked this question, or right, because he said he wasn't interviewed. Why? Okay. And then now also interested in like the different players, guys, and it's going to be quick, okay, on all this. And just because I'm a little bit tired, I'm probably going to lean on cards a little bit more than usual. Okay. Not that I won't do visions, but I was like, for example, if I had to do visions now, I would not do them, because it's a kind of like very, it's like a lot of people. But I do want to see how is everybody feeling? How is Trump feeling? How's Barr feeling? How's Mueller feeling? How's Nancy feeling, right? And then the other things I have a question is like, what's up with Nunes? What's up with Gates? What's up with Schiff, Don Jr.? And one thing that I thought was so strange, and I guess it's the Republican propaganda, like they talk so much about Carter Page. What the hell, Carter Page? Like seriously, what is like? Where's, by the way, and what's up with him? Like, where is he? Okay, you know what I mean? So, so, you know, it's so weird. Like, so yeah. Oh, but that was great, guys. Enough time, but he was under a lot of pressure, right? So, and I think this was Barr. Barr was like, and it bothers me a little bit that he didn't really talk shit about Barr. He should have. Okay, right? Yeah, as if like Carter Page, the guy with the bean hat. Oh, Carter Page, what an injustice to Carter Page. Oh, and the thing, Michael Flynn, was it spied on. And then it was great because, oh my God, when Adam Schiff was like, did he lie? Yes, he lied. He lied. He's a liar. Whatever. Forget about that guy. He was being spied because he's a criminal. That's what you do to criminals. Because it's like, well, hello. Ah. So, so anyway, so it's like, whatever. So guys, the other thing is that the one thing that I do think is significant and is very positive, okay, is that this is the thing I want to tell you guys that, and I've seen before, even Mueller admitted to it, that he started, yeah, as if the guy is so shady, super shady, the guy Joseph Misfoot, okay. And because somebody was saying on MSNBC that they were talking as if they were the defense attorneys for Russians. Like they wanted to exonerate Russians. Why? It's like it's so obvious what's going on here. Why do you even care? Right? It's like they want Russia to look good. Like what the hell? Okay. So anyway, so yeah, the guy, he was convicted. Oh, I'm sorry for him. Sad for him. I'm not sad for him. Sad. So, yeah. Oh, Sheila got home from Zumba class. Sheila Moore will be 75. She just got home from Zumba class. Sheila will be. No, she's 70. I am 70. I just got home from Zumba class. I am Sheila. I am 70. I just got home from Zumba class. I just got home from Zumba class. I am Sheila, Sheila Moore. I am Sheila, Sheila Moore. I am 70. I just got home from Zumba class. Got home from Zumba class. Well, guys, it's nice to sing sometimes, huh? It's nice sometimes to sing. I like this, you know. Of course, I'm not Adele if you don't mind, but it's nice to have these songs out of nowhere, kind of. Okay, so let's get started, guys. It's more, today it's kind of funny. It's kind of funny here. Okay, it's kind of funny, guys. It becomes more like a conversation, if anything, more than anything. Okay, so now let's have questions. Okay. So guys, okay, I'm just gonna start, okay, because like I said, I think my energy is a little low here. But let's okay, even if I okay, so that's for protection before I can I already step into light. I feel total connection to protection. I invite everybody in the group to the light. Are all connected, protected. I ask that only the highest spirits connect, and then create the good and only the good for myself, everybody involved. Okay. So okay. Oh look, the real light's coming. Look, real light coming on top of my head. Look. Yeah. Ooh. Oh look. I called. It's here. The real light. Huh. So 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 let's get started, guys. So okay. So let me go back here. Okay. So what should we take from today's Muller hearing? What should we take from this? Okay. So what should we take from this? What do we take from here? What do we take from this? Yeah, so it's gonna be like, yeah, well, so what should we take from today's events? Oh, interesting. So it's good because the sun is at the center, guys. So the sun is obviously, I think, clarity. It's good, clarity and success. Now this is the factions after. It's like exposing the factions, but this is interesting because this is the man to kind of, this could be Mueller, but when it's upside down, there's issues with him, or it could also mean manipulation. So we have clarity, even though there are factions, and Mueller is in some ways imperfect. I'm not saying he's manipulating, but you know what I mean. That's how I kind of see. Okay, so then obstruction, fight, deal. Okay, obstruction, aggressive obstruction through deals or contracts or something. Okay, so there's aggressive. Okay, so aggressive efforts to, so deal with this. Okay, so interesting. So guys, it's okay. This is kind of good because it shows this is the moment after. So it's like these factions, and this is obstruction and then fortune. So after there's a lot of, obviously this is about, there's a lot of infighting, and there's obstruction, but obstruction of fortune. And so what I'm saying, I feel like this indicates both Trump's obstruction, but it's in some ways it's telling us that there is pretty strong stuff going on behind, because this is confidential. So there's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes that we don't know about. Okay. Then we have here some something things coming to light, fight, aggression, and then this is something shade behind it going on, confidential stuff behind the scenes. Okay, usually something shady going on behind the scenes, and then we have this could be the manipulation or some issues with this person. It could be Trump, could be Mueller, or manipulation in general. Okay, but this is a deal or some sort of agreement, and now the message is upside down. I think it's positive, guys, because what it suggests here is several things. Okay, that the scenery here is pretty heavy. Okay, so we have two negative cards here, which is one is the essentially long-term obstruction. And how is this obstruction aggressive? So it's a heavy machinery, right? The aggression is serious and it's long-term. So you have to do what you can with what you have. And at the same time, I do think that this could even suggest not just Trump's side, but also law enforcement finally making moves, because then you have the fortune upside down. And did you notice, guys, that Nancy, when she was talking, she was seeing very clearly, Mueller couldn't investigate the money, but that's what we're doing. We are investigating his money. And this is negative. This is the person, this is what this card is, guys, is the person who's delivering the subpoena or the legal document, right? That they have to find you and stuff like that. So even though it just shows that it may have taken long, but it's coming. Okay, the pressure is mounting essentially, I think. Okay, it's bigger, it's more it's both more. Does it make sense? I feel like, right? So okay, so what should we take from it? Guys, I got this image of like really like kind of like spirits or like God, not God, whatever. It's like these beautiful spirits. They have this light around Mueller and and light everywhere. Okay, and like it's just very peaceful and it's like heavenly. What's gonna happen is said to be good. Okay, it's the heaven. The good spirits are. It's almost like heaven is on our side and it's gonna happen. Okay, it's just that it takes a little longer. Okay, so Tess ask guys, I don't necessarily want to talk about the impeachment because like I said, impeachment right now is not useful just because I know I want him to leave, but we have to move. We have to change focus a little bit. Make the Senate protect the elections. That's even more, you know what I mean? Because you know what I mean? It's like I don't feel like nothing's gonna happen because Mitch McConnell's not gonna do anything. Nothing's gonna. Guys, it's dead. It's dead on arrival. The impeachment thing, dead on arrival. It's gonna give Mitch McConnell a win, if anything, because immediately they're not gonna pass this. Never gonna pass it. Okay. So this is why I think they don't want to focus on it. Okay. So that's why. Okay. So that was that. Now, so that's what I saw, guys. I feel like honestly, the destiny is meant to be. I'm not. I'm kind of not. Some ways it's exhausting, but they're like, no, it's preordained. They're saying it's preordained. It's not gonna last. Like that's what it feels. I'm 100% sure, and I'm not the only one who thinks this, guys. I think most people, the large majority of people, say this, right? Everybody feels it. I think this connection to other side happening. You know. So you know. So anyway, okay. So oh, you know what? I didn't put Mitch McConnell. We should ask about Mitch McConnell because Mitch McConnell, guys, think about how many these people are so evil. It's hard to even compete with them because Mitch McConnell doesn't. He clearly doesn't care about anybody. But we'll see what's going on with him. Okay. So okay. So that's what it is. Okay. So what does it mean? What should okay? They're reasserting what the cards say here that there's a lot of aggressive investigations. Okay, a lot of investigations going on against all these people. The investigations are not going away. They are not going away, and they can't escape. You can run, but you can't hide, right? Sorry. This is tiring for them too. Okay. So okay, what was the effect of Mueller's testimony? Okay. So the first question was what was it? So what was the effect of Mueller's testimony? Guys, it's interesting informations. You know what I think, guys, is interesting? To me, this is the family, and for some reason, I do. Sometimes this is the country, but in this case, I do think it's Trump's family. And look, poverty coming. In other words, the poverty could be coming to them, and this is in a position of weakness. If I see this as his family, this could be that, but I think it's also a warning, right? He, in ways, you could see this as a family, as a kind of a country as a whole. He's warning that we are the cards upside down, when, oh, I'm going to this, but anyway, basically, um it's a warning, okay, to pay attention because we are in a difficult position, right? But I do think that, let's see what the other cards say, but ultimately this has to do with Trump's family. Oh, snake? No. Yeah, snake. Spy people, huh? A lot of money, that's right. Becoming public. Social. Okay, here. Oh, enemy? No. Really? Interesting, no? Interesting for me, huh? So, oh, the White House. Look, right here, the White House. Oh no. And this is transfers, guys. So, okay, so interesting. So, what should we take from his testimony? The center is financial. So the snake is, I think, right, could be a spy and the enemy. So the family, okay, it could also, okay. Let me just see one other card for the 10 over there. Oh, look, yeah. So that there's a lot of things going in the wrong direction. The family, this is a star upside down, so it's right. So enemy spies. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of danger there because he's right. He was warning us about the danger and the enemy in the White House, but he was caught, and it's going to be public. But we are in a position of weakness, right? We have to protect the strength. But the snake, what is snake motivated about? By money, and the money is going to be public. So you see what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, it's funny, guys. I'm getting the sense here that it was a good day for law enforcement. Okay, interesting. It is a good day for law enforcement. So so in the sense that they're guys, those people. This is what is guys. Oh God, I'm getting these images. It's kind of interesting. Several things. They're feeling. I see Ivanka for whatever reason, guys. I never see her like this. She's like, they're very worried. What do you mean they're still investigating? What are you talking? I thought you said that these investigations were gone. What are you talking about? They're worried because it's not going. They feeling that it's kind of like this feeling what they're surrounded, even though they're like whatever how far away they are surrounded. Okay, they are surrounded. Okay, so they're feeling this sense of like it's not as because for them it's kind of like this false sense of security because they don't know what's going on. They don't know that they could tell from yesterday. Okay, so 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 this is what I mean. This is like right. So Ellen, and by the way, Ellen, I'm going to ask that question. Okay, I'm going to ask about citizens what we can do. But this is interesting to me that those people are in high alert. Trump's family and all those people because they realize the investigations are going on, and now somebody told them, or it's public. Because these people, guys, they pay attention. Obviously, they pay attention to these details because it affects them. So they know there's a lot more going on than they think. Okay, so this is it now. Oh, and this is what I was gonna say, guys. So then as I see like Jared and Ivanka worried, I see those helicopters. You remember the thing about the helicopters around DC? The helicopters are surrounding them. Okay. So guys, seriously, I don't think I saw yesterday. No, I do think they're doing these trainings to support the country if something happens. But it could be. I don't think they're like, oh, let's go get Trump. But they're kind of feeling like this. Honestly, I think the military thinks that this is a high possibility that it could very well happen. That right? They're just very cold-minded like that. They're like, okay, let's look at the worst could happen, and that they're gonna hunt them motherfuckers. Oh yeah. Oh, right. So it's not those people are still worried because they it's like they could act all they could be because for them, guys, this is what it is. It's like about Instagram. Like it's like thinking that Instagram is reality. Like, oh no, it just as long as we post nice pictures, people believe that nothing happened. We just keep repeating it. Like that's not how it is. So it's like, come on, guys, seriously, it's like ridiculous. So, okay. So no, Audrey, okay, so Audrey is right. The Senate, oh my God, it's huge. Okay, so that's what we take from it. That the law enforcement is on the chase. Not on the chase in the way that we want it to be overt, but it's covert. So okay, so here. Okay, so next, guys. Next is Okay, so I don't know that I can. Okay, I wonder how those. Okay, I don't think. Yeah, I kind of feel like I know the answer to this. Okay, yeah. So guys, I did do this reading. I looked into it yesterday. Okay, it doesn't look like there was something up there, or the day before. Okay, but um, what was I gonna say? So I, you know, because you know what the other thing, you guys, people are saying, oh, what is going to be the effect on others? I do think that so many of these polls are manipulated. Okay, I don't believe that, it's like whatever whatever the base, yes or no, doesn't really matter so much. Okay, I still feel like the way that Trump is going to go out is not the way we think. It's not going to be through Congress. It's something more serious, because it's clear that he's not going to ever go. If it depends on Congress, it's not going to go, because Senate is not nothing moves in the Senate. Okay, so we are stalled in that way. So that's why. Okay, so Mueller's demeanor. I don't know, guys. I almost want to. I don't know if I do care about his demeanor. Let me just ask this question. What should we take from Mueller's demeanor? How should we see? Because I was asking all these details. He looks sick and all that. What should we see from his demeanor? Okay. What is up with what should we see from Mueller's demeanor today? Okay, so what should we see from his demeanor? How should we take the demeanor? Okay. Yeah. Usually, guys, the lady, and I think it's very much like this, is the Russia stuff from You Look the Big Prize. Okay. Yeah. The mob. Connected to Russia, unpleasant. So interesting. So this is there's something financial information, letters, information, documents, whatever, that indicates the big prize here. Financial stuff connected to Russia, the mob. Basically documentation that connects to the long-term effect of Russia in the country, causing the defeat to this thing that has been going on for a long time and revealing things that are unpleasant. So guys, it's funny, I kind of get it a little bit more. I almost feel like I almost feel like um you know I almost feel like Mueller, now it makes more sense. The thing is so serious, guys. The thing is so serious that he acted like, it's almost like he didn't want to betray the truth, the danger. Okay, he's like, oh, whatever, I don't remember, I don't really care. Like, I think he kind of acted. It's not that he was faking it, but there's something that he knows a lot. Okay, like he knows so much was going. He's like, oh wait, what? Oh, I don't know. Like, to make it look like it's not a bad. You know. I just right. I just feel like it's like, what I suggest here, guys. Look, is that he okay? This is what I think, guys. Kind of freaks me out in a way. Is that I'm actually happy about it, but this isn't, ever since I began the reading. Okay, it's showing that the situation is quite serious. It's much more serious than we think, and that this is the defeat to something that has been going on a long time, and the revelations that are unpleasant about the mob and the money, all this stuff involved. So it's almost as if he knows all of it and doesn't want it to show. Okay, so you have this. It's kind of like, right, because here's the lady here is Russia. So the Russia mob and the money. So you see what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, what should we take from his demeanor? That this is all about the Russian thing, and it's huge, and it has to be defeated, and that's what this is about. And he's like, yeah, I don't want to be like, because he just feels like Mueller doesn't really get it. Mueller's like, what? Mueller's like, I don't understand what. Like, people are being emotional. You should not be emotional about it. You shouldn't be emotional about it. It should be cold. Because he feels like if he shows something, then everything he said, because it's true, guys, if he was very emotional, if he attacked somebody, he'd be like, oh, this, look at him, he's so biased, he's so this, he's so that. And he actually made a huge point of not being biased, almost to the fault, where we were like, wait, what? Because he does not want to show, guys. I swear to God, I feel like he knows it's a very, very, very serious what is going on. Okay, we don't even know. And I feel like this is it. Did you see the card of defeat? He knows we have to defeat. Okay, it's even bigger, because it's one thing if it's just Trump, it would be easy. If it were, guys, think of, that's the bottom line. This is the thing. If it was just Trump, It would be easy, but it's like all these people that enable Trump, Russians, GOP, whatever. I wonder if he's protecting. Yeah, he's absolutely protecting other investors. Exactly. That's it. He's exactly doing that. Protecting guys. I feel like he knows some things are imminent. Okay. He knows. I mean, it's not like he's in touch with people right now, but yeah, whatever. It doesn't really matter, guys. Of course. That's the same thing. It's the same thing. Protecting sources or right. So, or doing the investigation is the same thing, ultimately, right? So he just wants to minimize what is going on. Oh no, nothing. Oh no, forget about it. Whatever. Don't make it. Make it. No, what's going on? Some investigations. He's like, yeah, we want to take these motherfuckers down. We're playing the raid. We're playing the raid tomorrow. What the hell? Yeah. Huh. So so this is it. So okay, so interesting, guys. That's what I'm saying. The sense that I'm getting here is that underneath the facade, there's a lot of very serious things going on, and it's pretty okay. So it's kind of serious, here. Okay, so where do we go, guys? So okay, so yeah, okay. I'm just thinking here. Okay, so where do we go? Okay, what do we go next? Sort of just go to the next. How we got how interesting? Yeah, just ask the question about you guys. What do we do? What can we do? I'll do cards and vision in this, of course. So what can we as a group, not even as a group, but as individuals in this group, okay? What are the things that okay, so first let me just say, what can we do? I don't even think of it collectively. How should we see this moment and what can we do? Okay. And indivisible, how he feels is exactly what I just said. I did all these readings about him, so I'm telling you, it's serious, the situation. That's how he feels. Is that extremely serious, and he's not sharing it, right? Because he doesn't think that there's any point in it. Okay, right? He doesn't think so. You know what I mean? So guys, so interesting. I asked the question, and what should we do, and how should we deal with what's going on? So this is interesting. Where this disappointment. This is the fox. In other words, treachery. And now this is a very good card. Something happening soon. This is a card of something. Be on the lookout for something. And then what do we have? Death. In other words, an ending. Secret. And then this is the women. So as you know by now, these cards are only about women or men. I pulled another card to find out more, and this is Trump, right? So what is at the center? The secret connected to Trump and the women is coming out basically, and it's gonna be his end, right? That's what it looks like. And this is the harvesting, either harvesting of data or money, collecting money. This is government or law, and this is the sick, very sick man. I think this is the again, guys. Soon they're telling us soon the sexual stuff is all gonna come out. Okay, so treachery that is secret. How is this treachery secret? Treachery is already secret by nature, right? But if you add this secret here, it could also be that the secret is like, in front of like compromat or whatever, right? So the treachery is secret, and what happens? It affects the government, or it's either this is the government or the law, but I feel like it could be both. It could be that there's a legal development that makes it all come out. So this is what we should remember. It's telling us that he's going to be undone by the sexual secrets. Again, the reminder, okay? So, so you know what I mean? So, okay, guys. Now, by the way, one thing, it's funny, this came up, and before I do the vision about it, okay? So this is interesting. So there is somebody in the group. I haven't talked to her because she sent me a birthday thing and I never replied. Sometimes, guys, I'm sorry. I do these things. I don't, it's crazy things, emails or whatever, and like I actually replied to her. So she's an astrologer. She's in the group. And so she's recent, okay, her name is Victoria. So she had done this audio for me. I told her, like, oh, just do an audio, whatever. Because I offered to collaborate because she was always telling me, this is back in February, guys. She was always telling me, Rosie, I think he's gonna go down because of the sexual stuff. But you know how stuff happens all the time. And I was like, oh, I would have to like edit the video. I am very like immediate, whatever is the most important, I do it. And I don't always do. So I put it away. So then I was like, oh, I have to share her video because I was like planning on eventually doing like a live video with her. I don't know if she's, she hasn't responded. I want to wait another day because that's what she was saying. The video made back, the audio made back in February. She's an astrologer. She explains all these things about why Trump, why the sexual stuff is such a big deal for Trump, and what it is about it, why she thinks that says that he's like Achilles heel. Okay. So yeah, no, I'm gonna if I don't hear from her, because she gave me the permission, I'm just asked for her, like, I obviously have her email, but if I post the video, I would like to have her info. Sometimes people want to contact her, so I'm waiting for her to give me informations. So but she hasn't. So I'll email her again. So to see, because it's good for her, right? So it'll be good. So anyway, so this confirms, right? This idea that they're telling us. I know you guys, everybody's is disappointed, but stuff is coming out and connected to this, you know what I mean? So just quick question. So how should, now continue the question. So how do we take this? What should we know? It's just one step. It's many steps to the end. Guys, what's so funny? It shows me a lot, like steps to go to, when you go up a church or whatever, big steps. And at the top of the steps is the tower. And when you get to the top, you just put the tower, you like, whoo, and the tower falls. So when you get to the top is when the tower falls, So we're almost there. It's just step by step. But 1 second. But guys, it's giving me this image of this sexual stuff coming out. We're going up, showing me, because I'm just whatever the person asking here. I'm going up the stairs and it's like, oh my God, it takes forever, right? I'm like, oh, I have to be patient. But then I look up and the news comes out about the sexual stuff, and it's like a bomb goes up in the tower. So it's like, oh, as we're still getting tired of having to walk, the tower explodes and fall on its own. Okay. You know what I mean? So this is very interesting, so this is, so I was like waiting because maybe she could do an update with you. But anyway, I'll wait another day because for her information. But anyway, guys, so you see what I'm saying? Because this, how sometimes I tell you that readings, sometimes they're not very direct about the question. And in this case, the answer, even though is definitely not what I expected, I guess. I thought it was going to be some sort of like, keep on believing or whatever. Like, but no, it's just saying very clearly soon the stuff about the sickness of the baby. He's sick, like he's the sick baby. In other words, the whatever sexual sickness that he has is going to cause the ending because the treachery is going to be revealed. Okay, and this is probably going to be revealed. This to me feels more like some sort of legal development because he is in the government, right? So I just feel like it has more to do with legal developments than actual, what do you call it? Like, than him. He's just meaning the government. So you know what I mean? So that's what it's saying. It's imminent. Okay, it's imminent. Okay. So I'm just gonna say okay, still strategies about how do we first mental strategies and then like things to do and how to think. Okay, so they're saying no. Guys, they give me this image of a remote control. Keep watching. You're gonna see it. It's gonna be boom, and it's gonna be huge. Okay, when it comes out. Okay, that's one. And then two, keep calling because I'm telling you guys. The thing about to me, to be honest, it's a weird thing for me today. Was a very big thing that I was able to call these because I was not be able to call them. How could you support? Now I changed. It's like now we have a voice, and this is like if you haven't called somebody before, call and just say it. Maybe this is a guys that could write some scripts, could write like, hi, I'm so and so calling, I'm just so concerned about what's going on with the elections. I wish that I'm so thankful that you, if there's any, because I know guys, I think about it theoretically, but maybe this is more useful. It's like, if there's anything you could do to stop the Russian interference, Republicans and Democrats would win, even though it's true that no, the Republicans would win because they need the Russians to help. But if we, like I said, we phrase it in that way, that is something that we feel, because you know what it is. Oh, this is good. This is excellent. Indivisible. So yeah. So yeah. Let me know because I have. I can post it as a document. Okay. Okay. Like, okay, because then people can download it from here directly. Okay. And they say they can help others. You could be with other real people. It's saying here, please connect with real people, which you can feel that the brotherhood with brotherhood of men, right? Like, you know, feel like the brotherhood, the strength that you have when you talk to someone in person, you know. So guys, phone numbers you can find out online, okay? Honestly, just search anybody, all the Congress people, they have phone numbers online. So you could do that. You don't have, scripts are a bit more complicated, okay? So, so that that's that. So, everybody doing a little bit, okay? So this is it, okay? And if it's like you just do something for a friend, but like, I don't know, there's little things you could do, saying helping somebody, and I don't mean like helping somebody with a personal problem. It's helping people that have, like, these kinds of other whatever. I'm not here to tell you, what to do, really. It's just like, what do you feel comfortable? But it's saying, guys, and I'm feeling this connection to the brotherhood of men, like our connection to each other, not just even here in the group, but in general, cities and everywhere. You know what I mean? Like, connect to people in the real world, connect, like, you know. So, okay, I feel energized. It's funny. I was tired. Can see, this is it, exactly, individual. Do candlelight vigil sometimes doesn't have to be a lot of people, you know. So, and actually, I remember going to an Indivisible website. Some of you I know live in very small towns, but you can start your groups, right? Indivisible, you can start your own Indivisible group in your location. If it's like 3 people, it doesn't matter. I think that coming together as a group, even if it's like 3 hours a week, whatever, 1 hour, I don't know how long, or even if it's important. I think the group connection is important at times like this. Okay, so okay, it's interesting, though, guys. It's interesting. I like it. I'm excited now. Interesting, huh? Oh. So, guys, okay. I think we can. Right, this is good. This is. I think we can wrap up this subject, right? I think for now it's very good. I'm very excited. Okay, so okay, so. And that was to say also Indivisible, to congratulate Indivisible on, like, I'm not saying, like I said, everybody does whatever they can. I'm not saying that you should do or not do, but she's been doing so many things, guys. Like, it's so cool. Honestly, you guys, like, seriously, like, it's so cool. Like, people do things, you know, doing whatever. Like, I don't know, just whatever you can do is a good thing, you know. Okay, so you know. So this is it, okay? I mean, I don't know, guys. Meetup. The problem with Meetup is that you have to, like. I mean, I have never started a Meetup. I've never been to a Meetup, but I just feel what I like about Indivisible, guys, is that it's about action. No, but seriously, like, she doesn't. Guys, so many of you, I talked to some of you on my other Patreon, the monthly phone calls for the other group, the 20, group, is that to call you, talk to each of you separately. Some of you are doing things like, even like, there's a Marty, she's a photographer. So she goes to these events where people, like, share their different things about community coming together. It's essentially that, even if it's not necessarily political, whatever you can do to connect with your community is a big thing. No, but seriously, Indivisible, it's like you are doing things, and it's like, and I feel like this is, this is not just, like I said, it's not like, oh, everybody has, but it's like, it feels like it's proactive, and that's what matters. It's like, is doing that, because it's so hard, it's very draining, everything is going on, but when you, like, I don't know, I just feel like action makes sense. So even if it's just very small, it doesn't have to be about money, it doesn't have to be like little things. I feel like it makes a difference. And even, like, guys, somebody wrote, on my YouTube channel one time. I don't think I ever replied to the comment. I thought it was so perfect. When I went to the event, I cried so much. The thing about immigration, because when I go to protest, I cry. Like, as soon as I see the crowd, I cry. I don't know. It doesn't matter. It's like, it's very emotional, because you feel like, oh my God, look at all these people coming together. You know. So it could be like it could be a it could be like a vigil, it could be a protest. It's like, it's so moving. And you can start, like, it doesn't have to be like, oh, like, it could be just a vigil, which is like, what are they going to do? They're going to, like, arrest people for putting candles on or whatever. You know what I mean? It's like, people come, there's power. People have the power. People have the power. People have the power. So anyway. So this is it, guys. So this is it. Okay, so I just feel like, Alan's saying, oh, Mueller this, but I feel like, what it is, the reality is Mueller's nobody's a savior. Um, There's a song. Okay, I listen to the song a lot. Okay, so what is the name? Okay, so I'm going to here's the song. I don't, you probably can't hear because now I have this sound thing. But here's the song that I think about. If you need a hero, just look in the mirror. Okay, so I don't know here. Okay, so this is just so you know. You probably can't hear. Can you hear it? No, you can't. Can you hear it? No. Can you hear it? Can you hear the song? I'm playing it. Can you hear it? No. It's just me that can hear it, right? Probably. Right? I don't know. I can't tell from my house. You can hear it? Really? No. Oh, okay, one second here. Anyway. From preferences. Okay, one second. Save yourself. Can you hear? Everybody's going through it. So you just keep on now. Cause you gotta save yourself. It wasn't come up. Nothing good is gonna come easy. I know times are rough. The wind that comes in, don't you give up. The sun will come out. All you do is love in everything. Kind of well. Whatever the storm, sometimes will bloom. That's Tyler, the creator. So I made the chorus here. Let's still here. This is here. If you need a hero, just look in the mirror. No one's gonna save you now, so you gotta save yourself. And everybody's hurting, everybody's going through it. But you just can't keep up now, cause you gotta save yourself. The sun come out. Sorry, guys. Okay, stop. Okay, go back here. Okay. So anyway, it's just like it's just like a nice, what I'm nice or whatever. It's just like a. That's what I feel like. I learned from the song. It said, "If you need a hero, look in the mirror." That's it. Because guys, guys. I feel like it's so funny. Half of the things the reading is me talking, but it's basically like I think this is the moment that all of us, especially us women, okay, that we be. It's not that we have to look. We can't have. Don't have any more heroes. Remember, we try. Oh, Muller's the hero. No, no hero. No more heroes anymore. Right? But we have to look in the mirror. We have to be the heroes. Okay, right? This is we have. You got to be the hero. We have to be the heroes. We have to believe it because nobody else is around. But the truth is the truth, right? So we can't rely on them. And I love Mueller and everything, but guys, his buddies with Barr. I'm saying like I'm not saying like I believe him. I think he's a good person, whatever, right? But he was not like, oh, I'm gonna defend the country. No, we have to because it's. So this is what I realized, guys. Today I was like, we have to do it. We're gonna do it. And we've gone far, so I'm not worried. I'm not worried. So anyway, guys. So going back here, sorry, I was just so much happening, guys. So funny the other day. The other day, somebody left this comment. I think they left the group after this. Rosie, I really don't like, can you go back to doing readings? I just feel like when you do live streams, you're just even more distracted than you already are. Okay. So, it's like, I just like, sometimes I was like, I'm like, oh, maybe, but I feel like the trolls, they always have the same message. And I was like, oh, you sound like a cheap troll. Really? So I said other worse things, but but it's just like then I realized like what it is that it's just we gotta gotta do what what we do, and it's like whatever, you know what I mean, like whatever, like what's such a mouth. So you know what I mean, so So that's the interest. Yeah, exactly. Rosie, that's it. We have to do our thing, stand up for it. Whatever. It's good. Guys, I feel like at the end of this journey, we're gonna be so much stronger. I'm not saying I could love Trump in any way, but I feel like without this, I would not have woken up to this. So exactly involved. Exactly when you what Audrey's saying exactly. Individual. It's not important when you enter the game, but that you are involved. Keep on keeping on. Exactly. So okay. So interesting, guys. So this is it. It's like we can't rly on anybody else. That's the bottom line. We have to believe it. Keep believing. Okay. So believing in doing. Okay. So guys, what other so many questions. Oh, this is important. Okay, and this is not about Mueller. Okay, but this is the thing, guys. This is it's important because it came up in the thing that I just asked. Okay. Um because this is what I was saying. The troll was complaining about. It is true that sometimes now that is harder to follow. A lot of people don't have time to watch. That's true. But I was like, the way the person wrote it, I was like, this is not right. They don't really mean it. The way they wrote it, I could tell it was a troll. So I was like, oh, if you want me to do your way, it's called a personal reading. And I have this option. It's called put your money where your mouth is. If you're no, I don't. I was like, I know that it's not about you. It's not whether you're gonna pay for it, but it's like oh, you just have an opinion. Do you? Interesting. So put your money where your mouth is. Like whatever. It's so annoying. Anyway, but I feel like in a way it kind of refreshes me sometimes when I do this. I'm like, have fight to troll, fight it. Yeah, I fight to troll. So because it's like it kind of like refreshes you. Oh, like whatever. It's just people like so annoying. It's annoying. Clearly, it was them because they say the same. Usually, they say the same thing, and I get this a lot. You're so distracted. Oh. Uh-huh. Because you know what it is, guys. I like the group. This is what I was going to say. The people complaining, but I kind of like being live. I do. I know sometimes it is difficult managing the comments, but I feel like times like this, it helps. To have conversations. I feel like have conversations. I have conversations. A conversation. So have conversations here. You know. So okay. So guys, no. Before I forget, now I made that comment. Now going back, this is a very important question. Okay, because as we said it, guys, as we said it, I just said it now. I asked what should we do, and it came up that the thing about the girl is going to come up, and it's going to be Anna Trump. Connected to this, I had written, guys, this question, which is about what I told you. Hearing scheduled for tomorrow. That was going to go right tomorrow regarding Giuffre versus Maxwell, the Epstein docs to be unsealed, has been adjourned, postponed, because the judge is waiting for the result from the Second Court of Appeals in order to move forward. What will the Second Court decide? Will the docs be unsealed at last? Because, guys, I realize, you know what it is? It's a very big deal. It's a very big deal because the thing is saying, and not to be like I always talk about him, David Boyce, but David Boyce recently in one of his interviews, he said something like, a lot of prominent people are going to be upset when this stuff is unsealed. He said it. He said there's a lot of damaging information in these documents. He said it. So if David Boyce said it, I trust him. I trust him. I trust him. So maybe this is the moment. This hearing that I was telling you, it was postponed, but maybe the thing that the appeals, who knows how that's what I feel like, guys. This is what I feel. This is what I feel could be the moment when because if guys, it's 2,000 documents. Can you imagine? I don't care who it is. I don't care, maybe I don't care if Democrats or whoever, but I feel like making this stuff public, sales. It's interesting, no? So let's figure out. Okay, so so what is going to be the result of the Second Court of Appeals regarding unsealing these documents? Because this is why. Because the woman, Ghislaine, I'm Ghislaine Maxwell. I don't want these documents to be unsealed. I don't want them to be unsealed. Her argument was that this not going to give Jeffrey a fair trial. Really? Oh, sad for him. I'm not sad for him. Right? So let's figure out what's going to happen because maybe this is it, guys. What's going to happen with the Second Court of Appeals? Look, these people can't sleep, guys. Really? Interesting. Oh no. Oh my God, lovers. That's right. The people, the sexual stuff, they cannot sleep. Really? Oh no. Seriously? Oh, spy. Interesting. Spy, or it could be the legal kind of, those. This is sometimes illegal bullying. Okay. Oh, guys, the moon is it's called, this is also a spotlight card, it's like being famous. So they're afraid because it's coming out. Oh, no, no, no. The end of pedo people's ending for them. Why? What happened? Oh my god. Oh my god, guys, I'm just can you believe it, guys? Pedo peoples? Oh no. So you see, guys. Oh my god, no, guys, you see, this is it. This is like, okay, look, guys, it's clear here. This is oh, guys, I'm not gonna kiss because I have a lipstick on, so I can't kiss. But guys, it's can I tell you what's remarkable? These cards are saying exactly what the other cards say. They're saying famous, something famous, spotlight. What happened? How is the spotlight? It's final. In other words, it creates an ending of what? The child, the baby. So the stuff coming public, it's not even, guys, I asked a different question, but I did not ask about Trump. I asked about what the second court of appeals was going to find. And it's saying here the fame is creates the ending for Trump. So, oh no, really? Discovery, right? Discovery of some financials. That's it. Lies. Discovery of money. Exposure of the lies. Oh look, guys, the cards are crazy. They love me, cards. They love it. They love me. They say, Rosie, I love you. Here's a message for you. Because you see, guys, look at this. Discovery of the money, exposing the lies, and look how the money connects to the sex stuff. Look, the sexual issues with Trump and the fights to, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, there's money. Like I said before, guys, Trump makes money from having. I'm telling you, there's more information here. So there's like a lot of right. They're very worried about the financial discovery. This could even be about the blackmail. Okay, and the uncovering of the lies it creates an end for all these people connected to the sexual stuff. That's why they're fighting. But they guys, look at what's so interesting. Look at the creature fighting. It's a page. In other words, it's a tiny person. Like they don't have real power. They're not powerful. They're just kind of petty. Okay. In other words, if you guys somebody saw, oh, but what if Trump, no, nothing here shows that he's going to be able to stop. Okay. It just shows that the moon, in other words, the moon is the subject, the fame, the revenue, that something becomes public and they're really worried because it's money that connects to Trump and it creates the ending. So oh my god, guys, interesting. Oh my god. Oh my god. So isn't that interesting? I'm like thinking to myself here, okay, how do I even ask? Wow. So wow, I'm just like I don't even know what to ask here. So okay, okay, I ask this question sometimes. This is one of those questions that come just because this came up. Okay, this is one of the questions that comes up from time to time, but I want to ask it. What will be the end of Trump? I know it shows that this is the end of Trump, but sometimes you can't ask. Not, I'm not asking the same question from before, but I'm looking at it from a different angle, right? Because there's two things that we talked about: the money being, because the money and the sex stuff, and then the military, right? So what? How will Trump leave the presidency? Just right? Is it okay if I ask this question? Even though we kind of know, as a confirmation. So how does Trump leave the presidency? How does he leave the presidency? It was like this, yeah. Oh no, the world upside down. Really? Oh no. Yeah, look. Here he is, prison. This is prison, guys. Okay. I don't think it's like okay. It could be him here. Okay, so guys, look how interesting. This is the older man. The guy talk. This is somebody talking. Since we talked about Epstein, I really do wonder here. Oh no. I need to remember to have a Hank. I don't know how Hank was a Hank. I'm sorry for him. So guys, over and over, right? The message is clear. The message clear here. It's over for him. It's over for him. Oh, oh my god, guys, the cards love me too much. They love me too much. They love me. Look at this. Look at this. Smoking gun evidence is the end of President Trump. Smoking gun evidence is the end of President Trump. Smoking gun evidence is the end of President Trump. Smoking gun evidence. So, okay, so guys, this is the thing. So Cynthia is asking what day was it postponed to? What's important for you guys to know is that it wasn't postponed. It's postponed. It was adjourned because they're waiting. So this is the thing. The woman who was gonna have her lawyer is gonna be there, Ghislaine. She asked for she started an appeal to the Second Circuit. So the judge that I was gonna see, the judge is waiting to see. I don't know I don't know. I looked, but I think I think the Court of Appeals is closed, right? It's not something you can go watch. They just talk and they come to a decision. They communicate it, okay? So I don't know. It's like I don't think it's public. It's kind of like Supreme. I don't know. I actually don't know, but we're interesting. But I don't think. I think they just write up the stuff and comes out and they say it. So that's what it's suggesting here, guys. Again, the ending comes when there's smoking gun evidence connected to the guy who talks. I think it could very well be Epstein. Okay, but interesting. Oh, look, yeah, look at the guys. The next card is the guy who drinks the Kool-Aid. Party people. I look at the party people, right? Look, is the guy with the wine. They're drunk. See, so there's look at this. This is the ending coffin of the older man here, and this is a sword upside down. So this is kind of. It's almost like he thinks it's swift, okay, but not in a right. I don't know. He gets like it's swift, right? And why? This is the world upside down. Could be something foreign. And the guy is somebody, not him, not Trump, but somebody. Trump is here. Somebody talks and shares the smoking gun evidence. And this is his stuck. He's in prison. In the prison, in other words, he's trapped. This is the conversation about the parties. And guys, like I said before, this could even be a tape. It could be something like that, but I do believe it could be talk because it's direct here. But somebody talks or gives the information about the parties. In other words, he has some sort of business, right? Like what, because, guys, there's several significant, look at this, several things that are significant here. Smoking gun evidence, the party people, the drunken people, and the talk. So it's saying that whatever they have is significant enough that it is a smoking gun evidence. Okay, so so this is how it goes down. This is it. People talk, and it's about the parties. Okay, it's about a business and put a business partner. Oh, guys, let's see. Let me. And I know, guys. What the hardest questions is who. Who is an impossible question to ask, but let me just close my eyes. Just to see what comes up, who it's very, the other day sometimes like, oh, who's going to be the next Republican nominee for if Trump is. I was like, I think the person meant well, but it's just I was like, that's a very hard question, and I don't really care about Republicans. I do not want to know. I don't really care. There's too many questions, but the bottom line is like, how do I even from who? Like, how do I even know? It's not even, it's very difficult. But I just want to say here, is it Epstein or somebody else? Clinic. Yeah, guys, there's a lot more than one person, but it's saying I think the materials it could be because what I see, guys, exactly visualize him gone exactly. Cheryl, this is it. What I see, guys, I really do think that there is what it suggests here is that how do I say this? I feel like the things that the information, okay, the information, guys, the information that this is I have to say this, guys, I said many times, it's funny, I even one time I looked up myself up and somebody had written a negative blog about me because I said this to the person, which is that whenever people ask me, is it the woman, I never believe it, okay? And I'll tell you why. This is what I have a really hard time with this thing, is that the people who can give you an answer like this are dumb. Let me just say it, okay? Because the idea that somebody like Trump, you have to think about, I know it's like, oh, there's a woman. This is magical thinking, okay? To think that a person who commits like hundreds of crimes like Trump, one person is going to take him down. No, nobody is going to take him down. First of all, he takes himself down. And then no one person is the same thing about the hero, okay? There's not one person is going to be like, oh my God, you know what I mean? So I feel like there's so many people along the line that like Nancy. There's so many people. It could be that the women. I do think it is the women in general, but I never believe this thing. I really don't believe the thing about like, oh, it's the women, it's a woman. Oh, if somebody comes and it's like, no, not at all. Not at all. And I don't think, okay, the other thing is I did look into her. This one, she's awful. She's as bad as Epstein. She's really an awful person, okay? So I don't think that whatever she does is to save her skin. And I don't think that for some reason, I don't think no, because you know why? Because whatever she has to offer is not going to be like, she has to go to jail, guys. That woman, she's very shady, okay? So I just feel like it's the women's stuff. This is maybe the answer. The women's stuff takes him down, but not you know what I mean. But more as a subject than a person. You know what I mean? Maybe this is the better. It's stuff connected to women that is the most, you know what I mean? Maybe this is it. Maybe it's connected, but I feel like and whenever you go, seriously, go to a person, a reading, like, okay, I just have to tell you this because it's important in general. If you ever, and sometimes people say, oh, look at this videos. Oh, look at video. Look at the video. They send me videos. And the person is like, first of all, they say something totally wrong about a card. And I'm like, I cannot take a person seriously. And I tell you why, because it's very easy to come up with statements that are generic. Because I would just say, like, people accept generic statements. Oh, that's wrong. Oh, is there a woman? Guys. Okay, let's talk about numbers. What is the likelihood there's like, okay, just on a numerical basis, there's a 50% odds that it's gonna be. Oh, it's a woman. Oh, like, it means nothing. What matters is the story. So whenever somebody tells you something like that, you don't ask who. You ask what's the story, is the context, because that is when you could tell a person. Because I watch these people, they're like, oh, I have a feeling that something. It's like, no, this person is fake. Okay, like, not whatever, you know what I mean. Just in general, if sometimes I get irritated because I watch these people, I'm like, no, this person is not legit. They're just kind of making up stuff. So anyway, so just to say this, just going back to you're not refuting this argument, but that's what I was saying, guys. I feel like the person who's going to talk about Trump, I was saying this, and I interrupted just to say this about the woman or the man, is that I feel like it's in the information is in the documents about Trump, and then somebody talks about it, but I don't believe that is like something that, I just feel like, obviously Epstein is not gonna like, oh, I want to talk about Trump. What usually these Fed people do, they say, oh, look at all this evidence. What do you have to say about it? They usually don't, I don't think that this day and age, guys, um, their word is enough. Nobody's words is enough, You know what I mean? Exactly. Combination of everything is going to take Trump down. So I just feel like, um, you know, um, right? Although you could say that, like, I'm trying to think here, guys. All these women, like, in the case of, for example, maybe this is an easier case. Like, the thing with Epstein is a little bit easier to say that there's some specific women, like the woman who's a journalist. There's several women who went above and beyond to share the stories. They are taking him down. Okay. Oh my God, this is good. She refiled the charges in the SDNR. This is right, guys. Everybody is moving. But Trump, guys, okay, how many crimes? How many? Let's like, how do a number that came to my head is 732 crimes. Like, he is such a huge criminal, such a huge criminal. Think about it. Think about it. Yeah. So, so yeah, so guys, the Tea Party is dead. Well, the Tea Party is the core of everything, right? The Tea Party is Mark Meadows, is all these shady people, right? So it's very serious. Tea Parties, like, they're connected to the Kochs. Tea Party is shady as hell. It's very connected to the libertarian. Anybody that's libertarian is really shady. So I don't, doesn't matter. But anyway, guys, so I just want to say this. I know I'm kind of like rambling right now, but this is it. Okay. So yeah, so this is it. I feel like what happens with the information that comes out about Trump is that there's enough documents, and then the person's like, okay, I will be a witness, but it's not as if like, oh, I want to tell you something. I want to tell you something. Like, no, it's not how it, it's kind of like the feds come to you with information and all those things, so then, like, all these things. But Trump, he's committed too many crimes. Let's just get real. At some point, Okay, it's because I think it, like I said, if it was a case of a person, one person committed one crime. I watch these series shows about crimes. There's sometimes instances where a witness to a murder or something decides to call police and says, "Oh, I saw something 20 years ago." That is the case when one person takes one down. But Trump is like, yeah. So it's just very big, it's very big, this thing, guys. So that's it. Guys, let's get real. That's the bottom line. The bottom line is that everything is telling me that is this stuff about the sexual situation is gonna take Trump down. And whatever it is, I don't even know what it is that it's like this. Boom. I don't know. I don't know what it is, guys. Whatever it is, that it's kind of strange to me, that it's almost like we know everything about Trump. Like we've seen the lawsuits of the teenage girl, we've seen everything, and yet there he is. But whatever it is in this files, whatever is in it that comes out is suddenly shows. Okay, it shows. And okay, what is, I'm just gonna ask, so what is it about it? Like nothing was took Trump down thus far. What is it about this that suddenly takes it, why? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what is it? Okay. What is it? Like, what is it about this thing that comes out? If everything seems to, a lot of it is public, but what is it about it? Like, oh my God. So, oh my God, it's saying that Trump blackmailing people, A. B is like about getting payments from Epstein, like as if Epstein was paying him for the information he gave about somebody. Okay. It's financial information, as if he had a business with Epstein, which I believe. I've always believed it. That he was like part of a gang. It was kind of a RICO thing, right? They were blackmailing people, and I think what is it's not going to be shocking to us, but what's interesting is going to be shocking to the people that, because as you guys know, all of the called the Q people, whatever, the far right conspiracy theories are all about this, like the pedophilia thing. But when these people, guys, realize that the pedophilia person is Trump, because like people say, oh, maybe, yeah, I'm sure that maybe Bill Clinton had sex with whoever. I don't doubt it, but it's a very different step if you are the person who blackmails the man, or you're the one who makes money from the girls. It's a very different step, and that's what Trump is. Okay, something that big a deal, it's right. It's like it's different. Okay, it's different from actually profiting and blackmailing. And that's what I think Trump is, a blackmailer. Yeah, he's the one in the, oh, exactly, said he's the president. Okay. So it's like and I think it's not to say like excuse people, but it's like it's a very different situation when you are a blackmailer, when you're the person making the money from the girls that are selling, they're like whose bodies are being used. Okay. Versus I'm not, it's not, but I do think there is a gigantic difference. Okay. There is a gigantic difference between the people that like have a business out of it. Okay, and the people, like, and then the guy's the president. Get real. So this is it. That's what it is. It's like the things, guys, what it is, guys. What I think is funny, I feel like Trump is gonna what I see, this amazing image, Trump being it's like he's dissolving a pool of acid, but the acid is his own acid. Because he always was like creating conspiracy theories about everybody, right? He's like, oh, look at this person, he lies about every person. But what happens is that the conspiracy theory he created to help it propagate is snares him. In other words, when people realize that the thing that he was accusing others is a thing that he does, and they're like, what? People are angry. Like, I don't think we're going to be angry, but they are going to be angry because they were led to believe something, you know? And as you guys, and the other thing that I want to tell you, like, not that I support this guy at all, like Mike Cernovich, I told you I saw him when I was at SDNY, okay? What's so interesting about it is that he was one of the people who wanted these documents unsealed. Maybe this is it, guys. Maybe this is connected. He and some other, I forgot who, even like, I don't know if him and whatever Dershowitz, but he wants these documents unsealed. Okay, he wants to know. So if he's a super conspiracy theory person. I'm not saying that he's here in any way, but I feel like if how is that he's going to be? He was one of the people who was pushing the Pizzagate thing. So what is it going to face? Is going to fall to the floor? Is his face going to fall to the floor? Like, if that makes sense, he's spending money on the lawsuit, so it shows that Trump is like a mastermind. Okay, let me just ask, guys. I know it sounds weird. I never asked this type of question, so should I ask about him? Is Mike Cernovich going to be the one? I do not trust him. Okay, but I'm just saying this would be consistent with this idea that like that the oh that's right, the right, this is the high priest, as I said before, dark secrets coming out. So this would be consistent with the idea of them feeling betrayed, okay? But I don't know. Oh look, important ally. Okay, let me just see here. I don't know. This is a difficult thing to figure out because I don't think he's a trustworthy person ultimately either. Yeah, so maybe guys, because look at this. There's shady money involved. An answer. This is a this card points to an answer to an call, like having an answer to something important, and this is a letter. So he maybe he got this money, or there was something about the information he requested. Information he guessed it is something to do with shady money. Again, money. This is the loyalist. I think he was raising money for this. Also, literato is the lawyer, but also look, information, all the books, right? So the legal finding provides information, and look at this. What is this information? Sexual, I told you, dark secrets coming out. This is corruption, and then melancholy, right? So the outcome for him for this is that the answer about what is the answer like? The answer, what does it refer to the friends or to the person that is like his allies, maybe, okay? It doesn't necessarily have to be other group. And what is it? How is this answer? The answer is corruption, okay? You know the thing about sheikhs, like everything is rotten, and there's something rotten in Denmark, right? And so this creates melancholy, okay? So these people are upset because they were focused on what they, guys, it's not, it's funny. It's funny. This is it. This is kind of interesting. It makes sense that this guy, he believed it, right? It's so interesting. These people actually believed it. They pushed the Pizzagate thing and actually believed it. It looks like they believe it. But then, oh, I ordered the pizza. I found President. Huh? No, it's real. It's President. Like, it's kind of funny, right? But that's what it is. It's weird. What it's suggesting me is that actually he does want to find out from Americans. So the fact that he raised money from people, I think it's a crowdsourced lawsuit or something like that. When it comes out, he has to deal with it. So interesting, because for him, how does he save face? He says it's President, no, it's true, right? It's President Trump. So he betrayed me, right? So it makes sense, right? So it's kind of, now it makes sense. Interesting information, no? Interesting informations. Right? So guys, can you believe it? I can't believe I go so deep, so conspiracy today, huh? Whew. So this is it. Maybe I think, guys, I feel like I feel it. I see it. Guys, they're telling me here. They're telling me informations. No way. They're like 2 days. Wait, 2 days. 2 days? No, I don't believe it. 2 days. Like, girl. 2 days. Is it gonna come soon? Just confirm here. Is it gonna come soon? 2 days? I don't believe it. Come soon. It's gonna come soon. Just about timing. Okay. I don't believe it's gonna come so soon. Oh, interesting. Similar cards. So the kids, yeah. So I don't believe it's gonna come so soon, guys. I don't believe it. Okay, it's telling me, but I don't believe it. I don't, because it'll be Friday, right? 2 days is Friday, but I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. That's information is gonna come out so soon. But anyway, just soon. It's soon. Okay. So wow. Can you believe it, guys? It's crazy for Americans, huh? So wow, I mean, I'm happy now. It makes perfect sense. It makes perfect sense. Is this Mike Cernovich person, the one who wanted to find out the information, finds the information, is president, and he feels betrayed, and he talks about it, and he, ooh, because what's interesting, as the thing about the far right, a lot of it is people that are paid, a lot of it is trolls, but there's some real people. The thing about it, what is fascinating about it is that they're very viral. They game the whole virality thing. Okay, so whatever comes out, he's going to become viral because those networks are very about virality. So they can hide it. What are they going to do? Oh, he lied to me about Pizzagate. He lied. So, oh, oh. So interesting, no? So interesting. So it's funny because when I was there, I realized that he was happy that I had recognized him, because I had seen, I was talking, I was saying, oh, there's the guy, and he's like, oh, he was like, no, don't know he didn't like me. I'm not pretty, I'm not like, I look better in video. In person, I'm like, whatever, it's not a big, not like, I look better, just the face or whatever. Like, so it's not like he was like that. No, but it was more like, he's like, oh, it's a woman who likes, she likes me. She thinks I'm famous, like that kind of vibe. Okay. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, wow, guys. Oh my God. So, okay. So now, guys, we have like, okay, I almost like, this is for another, I don't think I have time, but this today was a good conversation, but there's all the different players. Maybe tomorrow, maybe soon. How is he feeling right now? Mueller, Trump, I don't know. And okay, I do have questions. I do have questions. Guys, it goes by so fast. Can you believe it? Okay, so this was interesting question. This was interesting today. So okay, so this is what I want to tell you. That okay, two questions. I have 10 minutes, okay? But one question, that interesting question. Why wasn't Don Jr. interviewed? Okay. Why wasn't Don Jr. interviewed? You don't talk about like ISFS, Indivisible asked, why wasn't he interviewed? I don't know. I don't remember. I don't think I've done a reading on this, but just because it came out. Why wasn't Don Jr. interviewed for Mueller? Quid pro quo. Interesting. So, okay, let me just get all the cards on and then I'll have conversations. Weird. Sometimes it happens, guys. I picked the wrong card, early. So, oh, this is gonna happen. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, it's actually pretty clear, guys, okay, why he wasn't interviewed. So you have the scythe at the center, something sudden, something cutting. I feel like the offer, sudden offer, the offer cutting, this is the heart. So I feel like this would really derail the other investigations. Okay. They feel like this is the moon, there's an instability, lack of clarity. There's a good person here, there's a deal. And it's almost like if they went after Trump's family, he could go crazy and they don't know what could happen. Because the heart, makes sense. So they know there's something there and there's investigations going on, but it's almost as if they need to stay away from Trump's family on the surface. Okay, so they have to leave it for last because it's kind of like, they have this huge investigation going on and they're the center. So it's almost as if you're kind of like a robber and you make a noise, you're going to wake up the other people. So that's the thing. It's like if they go to the family, disgrace is going to happen regardless, but if they do it now, it could be even more unpredictable. So it makes sense, actually makes a lot of sense. But that there is good people here, there's already maybe investigation going on. It's a disgrace for the family anyway, but they felt that at the time, if they did it, it would be very disruptive and it would be, rightfully so, I think. Okay. Right. So this is interesting. Okay. So, okay, bye guys. Bye. Okay. So yeah. So refresh. Okay. If you have problems, refresh. Okay. Anyway. So, okay. So next. Okay. So, okay. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I think are you there, guys? I don't know if the thing fell. I don't think it is, but so it's kind of long. Oh my god. Okay. So okay. So that makes sense. All right. So okay, guys. Two more questions. Quick questions. Okay, and then I'll go. Oh, 2 hours. But it was nice, guys. Actually, it was got nice to have conversations because it's okay, guys. Now I know because I was like, the person said, "Oh, I lost her. I lost Rose." So I was like, "Oh, I wonder if the thing is something is wrong." But it's good to hear. Don't have to write. Don't worry about it. Oh, don't worry. Just check it. So, but just two questions, okay? Important questions. I think they are. First, how was Trump really feeling after today, and how was Barr feeling? How was Barr feeling? Okay, so just two questions, then I'll go. So, how did Trump really feel about Mueller's testimony? Okay. How did Trump really feel about his test? It's one thing what he says, it's another what he does. Okay. So how did Trump really feel about it? Okay. Interesting. So this is the the bullying, the legal bullying. This is him. I'm sorry, this was upside down. Okay, so this is the madman, and this is money. So he's fighting because he needs them to stay away from his money. As you know, he always talks about it. So how did he really think of it? How did he really think of it? Opportunity for the White House to change. Interesting. Kind of funny. Oh look, thief opportunity for thief. Oh no. Shit, that's it, guys. Oh, look at the preoccupation with money. Oh my God, the girls again. He's worried about the. Oh, interesting. Oh my God, look at how he thinks. Fascinating. So, look, this is the fight, right? An opportunity, a shady opportunity for what? There's something where he feels like at least it didn't come to my money. And the girls, like he opportunity for the house to change, to move on from what? From the women. So what he really is concerned about is the women, is not Mueller. Like on the bigger scale, he's not concerned about, he's concerned about his money, as he said. He kind of feels like the Mueller investigation is not as a big deal for him as the revelations about the women and how his money connects to the women, the revelations about the women, but also how his money is that laundered money that he has is connected to the women. Wow, it makes oh my God, it makes perfect sense. It makes perfect sense. Wow, isn't that interesting? Isn't that interesting? Fascinating. That makes perfect sense. Wow. Oh, I never, never have would have thought it. So he doesn't actually not worried because his problems are bigger. There's other bigger problems. So wow. Okay. So how did Bar see? Bar sick? Bar was sick today. Was he had bathroom problem? Huh? Oh. Okay. So how did Bar? Okay. How did Bar see it? How did Bar see what happens today? Oh, justice, change, and justice. Oh, oh my God, this is kind of funny. Look, this is change, justice. The fool upside down is a mistake. So mistake okay, the fool like this is new beginning. Like this is supposed to be like a real mistake, like you are an actual fool. So the changes in what? In related to what? To justice. Okay, 1 second. Guys, it shows that the changes connected to justice, it's not that they are a mistake. They reveal him as his mistake. It's almost like he can feel the winds changing direction and he knows it's trouble for him. Okay. Oh my God. Look, the two. Okay. Oh, news about election guilt. Yeah, he knows. He knows that this is he. I feel like he can. Okay, the writer is somebody bringing news. In the news of the change in the wind, the crossroads is also either opening. Could also be just opening paths. So he knows that this is the news about multiple. That's right, multiple. Oh, that's right, guys. Multiple investigations. Multiple investigations that show guilt. Okay. Oh my God! Look, guys, the cards are so good today. So good today. Look, this is the card so speed. It's like, oh, long. I want to everything to, and it's like this. Shit got real. So Bar realizes that shit got real. Okay, that there are multiple investigations going on here. Okay, look, the foreign. He got real about Russia. Oh, and that there's going to be losses. Look, guys, now why look at how this is significant. Why? Because these cards are connected and it's kind of the same card here, the cross, you see? There and here. So guilt and pain. So he got real about the pain, that the shit that's going to hit the fan connected to the Russia stuff. Okay, so this is how it feels. Now, to me, this feels not necessarily about, but the other meaning of this card, which is not just this card is about making a decision, right? Making a choice. In other words, making an election, choosing something connects to the election. But it is also about, it's a card that whenever you see this card, it means multiples of something. So multiple justice, multiple investigations connected to the Russia stuff. It became news. So shit got real. Okay. So you know what is so weird to me, guys, that made me think that it came out today. You know what's so weird? How could he not know about it? Did he not know about it? This is, remember at the very beginning when I did readings about him, it showed that he wasn't sure where he was standing. I think he's in Trump's side, definitely. But it's like, did you not know about this? Did you? Because it's almost as if he actually did he actually believe he was going to stop all the investigations, all of them, stop it. Did he know? Okay, did he know? Like how? Wait, okay, maybe let me just rephrase the question. How the hell? Yeah, exactly. Things are being kept from him. Why did he not know? Did he not know about this? Okay, did he not know? And okay, two maybe one because I have like 3 minutes. Okay, so did he not know? And is he going to try to stop them? Is he going to succeed? I don't know if it's going to be able to give me all these answers, but that's it. How come he didn't know? And now that he knows, is he going to try to stop? And is he going to succeed? Okay. Oh, getting what's interesting. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. It's a weird. Wow. Look at these cards. It's kind of it's strange. Interesting for the mirrors. Wow. Oh my God, guys. Oh my God. Oh, no, no, no. Him? But isn't. Oh, no. What? Oh, no. What? Guys, it's fascinating. Okay, this is great. Oh my God, it's so strange. So let me remember the question. The question was, how come he doesn't know? And if he knows, is he going to try to stop it? First of all, he's not, there's nothing. On the contrary, nothing's going to stop anything. It says you're getting what you want, victory in public, and happiness. So we're happy, got what we want. And this is the sun, which this is a very, very positive. Okay, this is a clarity about the foreign power and everybody connected to it. So the visibility about what? About the Russia, and how is this visibility? The people that are connected to it, okay? And then we have here the prison. So getting what we want, we get what we want, everything comes out about people who are going to go to prison. And then what is this shady meetings? Are people who are connected to the shady meeting? And this is treason because it's loyalty upside down, right? So everything he's like, guys, it's so interesting because I get this. Just the cards are so light and so happy, right? They're saying to me, "This is so big. This is so big. This is so big." It's like everything is out. It's kind of like this whole time. It's fascinating because the cards have a sense, such an expansion, not expensive in price, but expensive in terms of scope that that is like huge. It's almost like this sense of everything coming out. It's beautiful spring. Everything is it's fresh and beautiful, and it's almost as if Bar finally realizes that all the effort he's made is worthless. Because is the kind of person, guys. That's what I was telling you the analogy the other day. That there was a huge leak on the ceiling, and you try. There's like 250 leaks on your ceiling, and you're trying to focus on the one that was on top of your bed. Is not gonna do much. It's like the ceiling is gonna crash on your head. You can't stop it. It's too big. That's my sense. And guys, this is really wonderful because it shows with very clarity. The people that are gonna go to prison because they are connected to. They've done these shady deals and they are treasonous. Okay. So what is so weird to me, guys? Okay, I'm just like, as I don't like Bar at all, but this is what it makes me think. Okay, guys, they hate me here because I'm always late. Just one more. I have a decron. I have a decron. Imagine I go on that show. What is that show? Intervention. Rose, we have to stop. You have a decron. No more cards. No more video. Your life is being ruined. Intervention. No, no, I'm not. But seriously, so no, but it's okay. Just quick question, guys. Okay, is Bar gonna change? Because you know what it is. I feel like no, I'm not. It's good. It's a good addiction. I think it's very positive. I really do. But guys, seriously, okay. Um, this is what's interesting. Bar didn't necessarily. He's like what an idiot, right? Because he was not the one who committed most of these crimes, but the fact that he got in the middle of it, clearly he's now implicated, right? So is this somehow going to change his attitude or what? Okay, just quickly, knowing all of it, because he it's like suddenly, guys, it feels like it's like aha moment for him. Oh, really? Yeah, he didn't know. So, oh my God, how interesting. He's like wants to move on. This is suddenly he has an idea, I need to move on. And he goes in isolation. How interesting. Oh, look. Oh, this is then he ran out of cards. One more here. Oh, the man. That's right. So the dreams of the boss. There he. Let me see one more here. What is it? Oh, look, the money. Yes. So, guys, it's almost like Okay. So, what does he do? Wrong strategy. Okay, he realizes the strategy. Oh, he was serving. That's right. He was serving the boss. There was a mistake. And this is the wife, you guys. The wife was friends with Mueller. He was like made a strategy. Something about the one more here. What is the wife? Oh, look, the money. That's right. Somebody powerful here connected to him. Yeah, there was some shade. Yeah, I feel like he realizes I think I said before. I think other people have said it too. There is some sort of financial incentive for Barr to do this, and people said, gamble. There was somebody who was saying that. I think let me just one here because this has the cards about gambling, so it's like it really is as if there's something here. I don't know what it is exactly, but he realizes he got himself into, he doesn't have a heart, he doesn't care about anything, but he realizes it was not worth the trouble. But now I think it's a mistake. He's stupid to do it because it's too big. It's too big. What are you going to do? Right? So, right? So what is it going to do? It's going to torture him. Like, how is it, you know what I mean? What is it going to do? Mueller, he's not going to talk. It's not going to, oh, let me rat out my friends. I think Mueller's the type of person he has to talk about, so he kills himself. He's never going to rat out people. Okay. I don't think. For all his faults, I know, he does not rat out people. Okay. So, sales. So, so it's kind of interesting for the marathons here. Okay, guys, I have to go. I'm getting it. So very nice. No intro. Today was very good, interesting reading. So, guys, tomorrow I'm gonna take a break. Okay, tomorrow because it was very intense. I'm sure you guys also want to take a break. So we'll talk to each other soon. But I'm getting this. The spirits are telling me Friday's gonna be on fire. Friday's gonna be on fire. Okay, so okay. So talk to you later, alligators. Okay, bye, bye.